So the country's gone to the dogs a bit lately. The weather's turned shit. COVID. We're all kind of stuck at home. So I wanted something comforting, and there's nothing more comforting than a scone. And it's one of my personal favourites, and you can have it in the oven in about 10 minutes. But before we do anything else, I just want to get one thing straight. It is scones, not scones. Scone, scone. You will need 450 grams of self-raising flour and 2 level teaspoons of baking powder, 100 grams of butter softened and chopped up small. You are going to need 50 grams of caster sugar, 2 eggs, and 150 ml of milk. Horse your flour and your butter into a bowl and start working it with your fingers. Just start kind of folding the butter and crushing the butter into the flour very gently with your fingertips. So it should sort of look like this kind of sand almost. That took me 3 minutes to do. It's not too hard. That's the hardest bit of the mix. Flick in your sugar and just kind of mix it through loosely with your hand. And then you want to create a well in the center. Like that. And we're going to put all our wet stuff in there. Crack your 2 eggs into the bowl. And most of your milk. Reserve a little just in case you have too much. And just mix the shit out of it. It's going to be like a wet, goopy mess, but when you turn it out, it'll be fine. Make sure your hands are clean when you do this. Get yourself a fist of flour and just spread it out on your work surface. And horse out your mix. Don't be alarmed if it's a little bit wet, because we're going to work this. Work in it. There's something wonderfully comforting about scones. They're like Daniel O'Donnell or Nice Jumper or Warm Fire in the winter. Now we need to knead the shit out of this dough for a couple of minutes. So you need some kneading music. Just roll out your dough to whatever thickness you want. Sorry, no, I'm doing this one-handed. I happen to have a ring cutter, but if you don't, you can use a glass or a cup, that's fine. And just cut them out like that. And just put them on your plate. So, just cut them out and put them on your baking tray. Can you see? Ooh, have a look at this. Okay, so just cut them out onto the tray. If you want, you can brush them with a little bit of egg yolk. I'm just going to do half of these so you can see the difference the egg yolks make. They're great for presentation, but it ultimately doesn't really matter. If you want, you can add raisins, cranberries, herbs, spices. You can take the sugar out and put in goat's cheese, stuff like that. They're very easy and very versatile. So I'm going to put my tray of scones into the oven at 200 degrees for about 12, 13, 14 minutes until they're cooked. There they are, just out of the oven, lovely and baked. You can see the difference between putting the egg wash on one and putting no egg wash on the other. A lot shinier and brighter and glassier. Serve them with butter, jam, cream, clotted cream, whatever you want. I like mine with a bit of butter and some homemade jam. Recipe for that is on my Insta. Enjoy. Unreal.